Oops, something moved. Good morning. It's early. It's very early. I'm on my new schedule. So back in the day, back in like beginning of January and last year and before that, I would wake up in the morning. I would have my water. I would walk Oslo, come back here, see my clients, and then I would have like clients from like 7:30, 8:30, whatever, up usually until 9:30-ish, and then I would do my, get ready, do my workout. And as I was doing my workouts, I would have to film content. This. But not only this, but mostly Instagram content, everything you see me post. So when I do that, the problem was that my workout was shit. Not only that, but then, I wasn't focused on any of my workouts or any of the content that I would have to do. It took me hours to do my workout. Often I didn't even have time to finish. Something would take me 45 minutes, 50 minutes to do. Usually could take me up to 2 hours because, setting up the camera, shooting it, then importing on the computer, start editing, and then I would forget about the workout, and then I would forget about the editing, and then I would have to post and then reply to email clients, all of that. Anyway, all that to say, it was inefficient, so I decided to start waking up earlier. That's why it's early this morning. So now I wake up earlier and I work out before I walk Oslo. That's very early. And way before my first clients. So helped. So far, it did. I'm more focused on the workout. It takes me less time to do, which is good. So I had to change a bunch of stuff. First, what I had to change is now I have to eat a bit before I work out. Usually what I would do when I was working out around 10, it was, or 9:30 or whatever, it was my breakfast. So I would have my breakfast around 8:30, and then that would get me through my workout. I'm not gonna have like 1,000-calorie breakfast at that time. I'm not gonna cook eggs or whatever. So I got this. I usually have like bananas, so that's something I do. When I don't have bananas anymore, I have this. Bought that at Costco. Thank you, Costco, for existing in my life. So it's just dried pineapple. I got here and I was concerned. I was like, oh shit, I bought dried pineapple. Is it? And now I wanted to look at the ingredient because I didn't there. I was like, if they have a bunch of stuff in there, I'll be pissed. And no, ingredient list. Oh wait, where is it? It's so small. Ingredients: organic dried pineapples. We love it, So it's no sugar, no nothing, no whatever. So it's only dried pineapples. That's awesome. So I have that before my workout. Gives me carbs. Gives me around 160, 170 calories, 40 grams of carbs. Starts my day right. Gives me the energy for my workout. Then I have my pre-workout 2. That I'm gonna have right now, and I put that in, and then I get to start my workout. Today is legs and shoulders. We'll do a bit of that, and then I don't know. We'll figure something to talk about together.
I can't scratch. I'm missing a piece that completes a whole.
My hair's a mess. I have to do legs now. I think I said that. I did. I'm sorry. It's early. Help me. So legs, a bit of shoulder. I have 55 minutes before my first client. So I'm just gonna shoot a bunch of stuff. Just know that I do about 4 sets of right now 8 to 12 reps. I think I should go back into higher volume somehow. I don't know, we'll see in the future. But right now 8 to 12 reps, 4 sets of each. I do everything in supersets. So like I'll do leg press and cable lateral raise. I'll do lunges probably. I hate those, but I'll do lunges or Bulgarian split squats. But I'll do that. And then press and all of that. So anyway, a bunch of supersets. I'm just gonna film that, but I'm not gonna talk through it because I don't have a lot of time to do that. So, and anyway, who wants to hear me say like, this is my leg press machine? It is. That's something else to say. I keep forgetting. What's the time? What's human? What's life? What are we doing? I don't know. A lot of questions. A lot of things happening. So yeah, gonna watch some videos as I do that because I always do. Oh yeah, I got it. Why I have a hoodie on. I have a t-shirt under and I might end up in t-shirt, but it is so cold. And I don't know, somehow my downstairs, doesn't warm as much. It should be warm right now. It should be like 20, 21. So it should be good. But it's freezing. So I need to figure that out. I don't know why it's still freezing in here, even if it says 20 and 21. I have no idea, but it's freezing. I'm cold, legit. So that's why I have a big hoodie on and I work out with a hoodie on with, pants. Winter is long. We're just in February and we still have a couple weeks to go with that, but still, it is what it is. So first client is done, workout is done. I have a bunch of emails to send, a lot of stuff to look over, change, whatever, work stuff before the next clients later today. Gonna have my breakfast, which is around 800 calories. I've talked about that in the past. It's my overnight oats. I do that every morning. I do have that on my reels somewhere, and as well as probably a video like this. And then I'm gonna catch up on some reading. When I say reading, I'm a kid. So reading, comic books. And I need to finish The Flash because I'm behind on a bunch of those right now. I need to finish The Flash. I don't know. I love The Flash. It's the first comic book I ever bought, Flash Rebirth by Jeff Jones. First comic book I ever bought, and it spiraled into my craziness of comic books, right? For some reason, that run right now, I don't know, it's so confusing. It's like a new power. It's not even just speed and science, it's just, they go between time and between dimension, and there's a whole new thing going on that is highly confusing. I need to finish it. I don't even understand whatever's happening anyway. And then back to Superman Action Comics. I have to start the run of Absolute Power. There's a bunch of tie-ins like this before we go into Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, all of that run. Still haven't started it, but I do love the cover on the Absolute Superman #1. So that is a great one. Also, it seems that it's an ongoing theme with the Absolute. Love the cover, and gonna read a bunch of them, have my breakfast, then send a bunch of emails, and I'll see you right after that whenever all of this is done, and we'll talk about important things. Stay tuned. I just remembered what I wanted to talk about. It just came back to me. I was looking for it and came back in my head. Let's talk about your value. And I don't want to talk about what your values are. Generosity and all of that. This is not the point of it. I want to talk about how you value yourself. If you are a business owner, you sell services, you want to talk to your boss about income raise and all of that. Your value, what you are worth on the market, let's call it that, and how you see yourself and the importance of it. And what sparked that into my head yesterday, I'm going to clip that. Give me a second. Okay, I was bored of holding it. What sparked that in my head is that I'm selling a MacBook, Air. So I got a new MacBook Air for some reason, and it is brand new, in the box, sealed, right? So whenever you go on, the Apple store, online, whatever, I was looking at the price of it, and I was looking at how I could sell it and how much I could sell it. So I go on the website and I see that it's $1,300, and it's $1,300 plus taxes. Reminder: it is brand new. I got it yesterday. It is a new one, all of it. So I look at the price and I'm like, well, obviously it's $1,300. I'm not going to sell it plus taxes. I don't need that. But if you go online and you buy a new one, you'll get it for about $1,450 plus, right? Around that idea. I'm talking in Canadian dollar here. So some people were like, this is not $1,300, it's $800. Yeah, you're probably in America. So in Canada, we pay everything more. Yay! Everything is more pricey. So it's $1,300. And then someone reached out to me. It's like, what's your best price? Oh no, that was the one before that, who I said $1,300. But someone came and was like, $900. I'm like, no, absolutely not. No chance. And sometimes it's good for me that I do sell those things online sometimes, because it does help me to stand my ground. Because often in my service and what I sell, don't worry, it's coming back to the value thing. In what I sell and what I do, sometimes it's just like, am I really worth that? Should I decrease the price in anything? And then I go into my head and I start negotiating with myself, and I cut down the price for some reason. But when I sell something like this online, I know the value of it. It is brand new in the thing. It is sealed. Never had it been open, It is worth $1,300. The guy comes to me, $900. Fuck no. Sorry, I swear. I'm like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? He's like, well, I want to remember the conversation. I'll translate it as I go, because I don't remember the exact thing, but I was like, he wanted to make a point with me. I'm like, what are you trying to do? You think I don't know what things are worth? It's right there. See, it starts with 900, and then I'm like, I send a screenshot of what it is on the website. I'm like, fuck no. So it's impossible, non-negotiable. You're like, look, I just want to talk a bit. I'm like, there's nothing to talk about. It's not gonna happen. The thing is, he probably wanted to buy it for 900 and then sell it himself for 1,300, make 400 profit like this. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. So he's like, I'm an expert in the field. I don't care. I'm an expert on looking at stuff online. I don't know. I'm not dumb. So like, I sent just a little question mark, like, what you talking about? And he's like, I was wondering, how do you think you sell it the same price as it is online? I'm like, because it's brand new, sealed in a box. It is what it's worth. What are you talking about? This is how I think I'll set it the same price. And I'm not rushing to selling it. It's not, I put it online yesterday. It's not like I need to sell it today, right? So I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, okay. And he's like, the logic, ... I'm like, yeah, it's not the logic, it's the value, it's the fact. Things are associated to a value, to the value to the person that wants to pay for said thing. I tell you this is $2,000, it is an iPhone. If you don't know what that does, it did something. If you don't know what that does, it is a box that calls people. And you're like, $2,000 for that? Fuck it. And you should be right. And you are right. $2,000 for a square that does nothing. If you don't connect that to the internet, if you don't have access to anything with this, it is useless. It is a box. It has no value, So I would sell it for $20 to someone who, I don't know, would take it out for parts, right? But it does stuff for me, for the job, for the business, for everything. It has a value of $2,000 when I bought it in the box, sealed up. That I buy it from someone online or Apple Store, and the Apple Store will charge me, the taxes, which is why it brought it to 2,000. But if I had to buy it from someone online who had the same phone sealed in the box for the price without the taxes, it'd be like, oh, great, that's a good deal, right? Because it is the same thing. To me, that has the same value. Obviously, to him, it doesn't. It did. I know it did. It's just that he wanted to, sell it for higher or get a good deal. It's like then why should I buy it online at the store with all the warranty instead of taking the risk at marketplace? I'm like, right there. It's in French. I'm sorry. I'm like, buy it in a store. I don't care. It's the same warranty. It's the same Apple warranty. What are you talking about? It's in the box. If it breaks, it's Apple. The store doesn't give you more warranty for it. It's in the box. Apple will, it has a number associated with it. Anyway, it's like, all right, I just wanted to make a point. Wait and see, you'll understand. I'm like, okay, have a good day. All that conversation had me think about the value of things. I'm not here to sell my MacBook. That's not the point. But I'm a coach. I coach online. And I know my value. I know my worth. I know all the work I've put into building myself to what I am right now, to who I am right now. Building the service, building, my knowledge, building everything, right? It took me basically 18 years. Whenever you buy something from me, like the coaching, whatever, you don't buy you don't buy like a program. It's not like, hey, here's a program. You buy 18 years of my life, of what I did to get me here and how I packaged all of that knowledge into one thing that I know works for you to succeed into your goals. And that has a value to it. And often, I'm guilty of that. I don't see my value as much as I should. I know for a fact, right? Because I have my finger on the pulse. I'm online. I know a lot of other trainers online, other coaches online, a lot of other stuff where people that wants to be coached by them will have to pay, and I'm not kidding, and I wish I was, 3.5 times more than they will with me for less stuff at the end, less one-on-one. So basically they get into a group, I have clients who came to me and were like, oh, I paid they were confused of my price because how did I pay 3 times more for someone who I never talked to, and I'm going to talk to you and it's 3 times cheaper. And I'm like, I guess I'm dumb. I guess I don't see my value as much as I should. I guess I should increase the price. Just jack that up and make my time worth more and my years of experience worth more. And it's always a shake-up in my head of my value, my time, what I offer, and trying to not be crazy about the price, but be in a place where I can afford a living, right? But yeah, it's always like a big struggle for me in building my business because I've hired many coaches to help me with my business. Many coaches I've paid thousands of dollars, often wasted, not always, but often, because the first thing I would hear, I wasn't ready to do it. It was like, oh, you need to increase your price and drop the one-on-one call. You're wasting your time, right? Put them in a group. Increase your price, double it. I'm like, start by double. They would put a price that was almost 3 times. I'm like, no. It was start by double. I'm like, okay. In all of that, you need to place yourself in the right situation, in the right environment, in the right field, where your value and your worth is been taken into consideration. This is the example of the MacBook I just told you about. When in store, people see, oh, it's 1300, that makes sense. I'm gonna buy it. When on marketplace, same product, same exact thing, 900. It is the same thing. It is worth the same thing. It's not because it's somewhere else. So you shouldn't place your value based on where you are, but mostly based on you, on your own value. Then if people don't see that value, you are not in the right spot. You need to move, right? So look into your environment, and this is true for everything. I'm talking about money and values of services and time, but it is the same thing in values of yourself, right? If people don't see the value that you bring, you just need to move into another direction. I've had clients and people who I talk to, then when I tell the price of what I do, which I know is fairly fucking cheap, to what I provide in terms of service, they're like, oh, it is way too much. I'm like, oh, well, okay, then you don't see my value, you don't see what I can bring to you. Okay, I'm not gonna decrease it. I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna be like, I guess you're right. You know, I should cut that in third, in half, and be cheaper. You know, no, you didn't find the right person. You know, I'm not the right person for you. Maybe you need someone who's, I don't know, doesn't see themselves with the same amount of value, or is just starting, because when I was starting, it was cheaper too. You know, my value was different, and my self-belief as well was different. So you need to place yourself in that environment. You know, it doesn't matter if you sell your service on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever. When you and your value is X, you know, if the person in front of you doesn't see that, it's not on you, it's on them, it's on that person, right? Again, I often use these videos for myself and a reminder to myself, right? If you've never tried that, do that. You don't have to post it. I post it because it might help some people, but you don't have to post it. You know, you can use that as a journal, a way to talk to yourself, talk to your future self, talk to your past self. I don't know how you want to see it. Often when I do these videos, like the one I just did with the value and all of that, I do them speaking to me, right? I do them as a reminder of my own value and how I should charge in all of this. That's my point for today, guys. Value yourself. Don't let anyone else, you know, tell you how much you're worth, and keep at it and keep going as I try to do every single day when I wake up. And we'll see you soon.